Hello, people of the internet. I am your host with the most, Riley Personal Miller. And you know what? Every year, some poor YouTuber has to sludge through a catalog of their favorite subject and make a year-end top 10 list. But for me, I just decided to go through everything I found interesting in the past year. Mostly what I did. So get set. We have so much time and so little to get through.
Wait a minute. Strike that. Reverse it.
Let's get started. I became a brony. Okay, just wanted to get that out of the way first because I'm sure some of you want me to talk about something else for a change. Heck, I devoted my last 3 big videos to the fandom, but don't worry. I have plans in the future involving a certain someone in the community. Oh, can't wait. One of my favorite animated web series, Tome, came to an epic conclusion. There was action, there was drama, there were revelations, and most importantly, there was the greatest cameo of all time by none other than yours truly, in the form of a game avatar personally designed by the creator himself, Chris Niosi. The world decided almost universally to put themselves in a state of denial after the disappointment of the anniversary of the exact date of Back to the Future Part 2 came and went without most of the inventions in the film coming to fruition, and calling these combustion-prone, handleless segways hoverboards. I'm sorry! No! They are not hoverboards! They do not hover! They're on wheels! God damn it, I'm done. I'm out. God. After 2.5 years of saving and planning, I finally built my computer. Love you. My inner child squealed with joy as Dragon Ball returned with Dragon Ball Super, a new series that takes place right after the events of the Majin Buu saga. Hold on, didn't something else take place around that time?
You get your ass back in the corner!
Nope, I guess not. Mad Max Fury Road took the world by storm after offering a great mix of high-octane action, great special effects, badass characters, and insanely quotable dialogue and moments.
Mediocre!
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
That inspired multiple parodies on the internet, some of which were provided by yours truly.
Witness me, for I am the man who consumed the sun. I will arrive at the gates of Canterlot shouting. It's nasty. I am the man who will consume the sun. I will arrive at the gates of Valhalla, shiny and chrome. Oh God, that's nasty. It burns. It burns. It actually burns.
Not to mention, there is a gimped out flamethrower guitar player. Any argument is invalid. I traveled to Hawaii for a much needed vacation. While I was there, I visited a Japanese Buddhist temple, learned a hula.
Alright.
He's doing Thriller.
Got knocked around by 15-foot waves, climbed a 700-foot tall crater that showed my ever-impressive athletic abilities.
So how long did it take me by?
Like 2.5 hours.
And took part in a local Memorial Day lantern floating festival that was just beyond words. But the weirdest thing I witnessed while I was there was an anime about man-eating lesbian bears who can turn into high school girls. Here's an interesting question. What do you get when you mix Marvel's Cinematic Universe with Dragon Ball Z? Give up? What do you get? Yes, One Punch Man took the anime world by storm after showing off one of the most overpowered characters in history, who takes Bald as Beautiful to a whole new level. The series was so popular that at one point it was #1 on IMDb's most popular TV shows, overtaking both Breaking Bad and Game of Thrones.
Checkmate. あ、すまん。いや、わざとじゃないんだよ。寸止めしようと思ったら勢いでぶつかっただけで。あ。
Oh, E3, how I love you despite how deeply, deeply flawed you are. What have you got for me this year? Oh, I know an otaku who's going to love you. Oh yeah, forgot about you. I love this art style and all, but if there's a sequel in the 1940s animated style, it's gonna get really awkward when you get a level centered around the more questionable cartoons of that era.
That mean old queen, she shows a fight, but her gal so white is dynamite.
And I'm going to pull back a little bit more to give you a sense of the size of the game. But when I do, I really need you to keep in mind, to understand that every one of these points of light is a sun. And every one of those suns has its own solar system with planet-sized planets orbiting around it. Those have life, ecology. And I could even go a little faster.
How can you exist?
Out the gameplay. And that's how Yarny came to be. And I actually brought him with me.
Oh my god, I feel so bad for this guy. Somebody give him a hug.
I created this little doll with some old metal wire that I found.
I want you so badly.
At last, the promise has been made.
About fucking time. The horror. The horror. There were multiple animated works that tackled surprisingly complex issues like the nature of sadness, the 5 stages of grief, love in any form, and even the meaning of one's own identity.
Jesus.
I journeyed to PAX East 2015 where I got to play Splatoon 3 months before its official release and met some of my favorite YouTubers such as the Angry Video Game Nerd, JonTron, Matt and Wooly from Super Best Friends Play, and at the end of the con I got to relax and hear the sweet savory sounds from the refined musician Rental Floss.
I don't care what they're going to say. Let the boner rage on. Gonorrhea never bothered me anyway.
Konami proved themselves to be one of, if not the worst companies in the world after what I can only describe as a Kama Sutra of bad decisions. All culminating in one of the most disrespectful things I have ever seen done to a developer and outright banning Kojima from going to the Gaming Awards to accept an award for the last game in a series he would have been working on for almost 30 years! Is that it? I've been working on this for over 3 months and that's it? No, there's gotta be more. There's gotta be more in here. Huh. Christ. So I guess to summarize, this year I was threatened, beaten, poisoned, brainwashed, nearly drowned, had a bad makeover, and
This year I lost my mom. Even saying that now is still strange. It's still so hard to imagine that she's gone. Every time I get a phone call, every time I think about an event that's happened in the day, I automatically think it's about her. I automatically think that she's either calling me or I'm gonna call her and talk to her about it. This year could have been one of the worst years of my life because it started out horribly. I had to take care of my mom for almost 4 months. Taking her to chemo and back, you guys know the story. And instead, it turned into one of my best years. Into one of the best years of my life. I got to meet a few of my idols. I got to get hugged by a few of my idols. With best wishes. I can never thank you guys enough. And I'm not just talking to you guys as well, I'm talking to my friends and my family. You guys made this past year so much easier, so much more memorable. And I don't know what to say, but thank you. It seemed like everything was following me in this year, having to do with my mom. Between Inside Out, between My Little Pony, and between an episode of Steven Universe. I could have never imagined the absolute tsunami of emotions I've had. But you guys made it so much easier. And I thank you for that. I thank all of you for that. I thank my friends, I thank my family, I thank my subscribers, and I thank my dad. My dad and I haven't always agreed on things. We've argued and fought from time to time, but he guided me the best he could through this very dark time, and thank you, Dad. I'm not always able to express it to you, but thank you. But here, where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? The night my mom died, I made her a promise. I promised her I would follow my dreams, and I would make her proud. At this point in time, I don't know about how to go about doing that, but I am trying. I'm trying all the time. I got my computer to get that started. I got better editing skills. I've gotten better, I hope, acting skills. But I want to make my dreams come true. I want to get into film and television and all the visual media. I want to act. And I just want to be a part of it. Because every single time I'm making a video, every single time I make one of these videos, I feel like I'm accomplishing something. I'm actually doing something with my life. I don't get that feeling from anything else. I don't get that from going to my 2 jobs. I don't get that from hanging out with my friends. I feel like I have fun, but I don't really feel like I'm accomplishing anything. That I'm not doing anything with my life. But when I make these videos, when I try to entertain you, I make a little bit of my dream come true. And I'm gonna keep trying. I'm gonna keep moving forward, and I'm gonna try and make my dreams come true. For my mom and for you guys. So thank you. I know I've beaten that into the ground, but again, thank you. And this won't be the end. I'm going to keep moving forward, and I'm going to make my dreams come true. So, all I can say to end this video that I know is long overdue, and I've been trying but work and all that jazz, just thank you. And here's to hoping 2016 will be another great year. Have a good one, guys.